my time this past couple weeks over on the coast has been wonderful, and I love the beach and everything. But now that I'm starting to see the mountains today, my heart just sings. Yes, we're heading towards the White Mountains today. This is such a beautiful little town. It's so clean and pristine, and the architecture of the buildings and the mountains, just beautiful. So let's go for a walk and see what we have to see. Oh, there's an art studio. Gotta check it out. Hand-painted signs. I didn't think anybody did that anymore. So I'm on my way to Lake Helen, and the directions are taking me down this mile-long dirt road. The road's in excellent condition. It's not rutted or anything, but look at this view. Amazing. The homes up here are so neat and tidy and proudly kept. And the other thing is, you can see there's just little tinges of color starting to come into the trees. So we're so far north that fall's right around the corner, I think. Some of it. There's hints of it. It's on its way. In another week or so, we're going to see more and more. That's exciting. So I should still be here. So it is a beautiful day today, and I really don't want to spend the day driving to charge my battery. So, excuse me. I run my refrigerator. I charge my laptop and my phone, and I run my fan that's inside the van completely off of this Jackery Explorer 300. And usually if I drive for a couple hours a day, I get recharged to 100% or darn close to it. But today I just didn't want to spend the day driving. I wanted to stay put, do some editing. I have some artwork I want to do to get ready for an art class coming up. So I thought, you know what? Today's the day to get out the solar panels. So I have this Solar Cycle 100, and it is a beautiful crystal clear day. The sun is really strong, and it's not going to take long at all for me to charge my battery. Okay, there you have it. 1 hour and 45 minutes, and I'm fully charged. So that was nice, and while that was charging, I had the doors open and the fresh air blowing in, and look out my door and see the mountains, the White Mountains. And I got my next video almost completely uploaded. I just have to do a little editing and stuff like that, and it's good to go. So thank you, Jackery. You keep me going. This is where I've been staying for the last few nights, up here near Gorham, between Gorham and Berlin, but it's actually on this little strip right about there. And there's a couple places that I really want to go see, which are mostly over here. But before I leave this part, I want to make sure that I get everything kind of in through this little stretch here. So I'm kind of like, which way do I go? There's the North Conway has the scenic railroad, which is something I really want to do. And it's supposed to be raining the next 2 days, I think, tomorrow and the day after. So I thought it might be a nice day to do the railroad. And it is kind of pricey, so that's like a treat to myself to be able to do that. So I think what I'm going to do is, this is the most direct route to get over to this side. So I'm going to go over here today. I really want to do the Flume. And since it's not going to be bad weather today, I think I should do that today. And then I can always find, a place to stay. And I'm sure there's plenty of places for me to park overnight in through this area because it's much more populated. And then I can always come back this way tomorrow, maybe this route, or the day after, and do the Cog Railway. So that's the plan for today. I haven't had breakfast yet, and so I think it's time for me to get it together and get on the road. It has probably been about 50 years since I walked this path, and I'm excited to be here. Before I got out of the car, I had another one of my little anxiety attacks, and I really would like to try to understand the root of those. So I took a few extra minutes before leaving the car to do some journaling and write down a list of what it is I'm afraid of and how I can literally overcome those fears. So looking at this, you would think you're in the Amazon rainforest. It's really beautiful. Mom and Dad came here when I was just a little baby and I had just learned to walk. My mom told me that every time she would pick me up so I wouldn't walk, she would have to put me back down because I started crying. The next day, she went to get me up out of the crib and put me down on the ground to walk, and I lifted my feet up and I didn't want to walk anymore. I just can't imagine walking this as a toddler. Well, I made it. I'm almost finished with the entire trail of the Flume. I didn't think I could do it. There were a little spots where it got really hard and could feel my heart just beating really hard, so I had to stop and take little breaks here and there. But you know what? I did it. And that's the big thing, is that I did it. So, this Franconia notch. That was beautiful. All the layers and layers of green and mist and mountains and sky and clouds. And having one of those moments where, boy, it sure is good to be alive. It's good to be alive.